and welcome to a special interview with Professor AJAY Singh. This is going to be very informative and engaging interview. So let's look at his magnificent profile. Professor Singh has done his BCom honors from Sri Ram College of Commerce and later on obtained his Master and PhD degree from Department of Commerce, Delhi School of Economics, University of Delhi. He also served as a Vice Chancellor at a Sri University, Odisha from 2019 to 2022. Then he came back to his alma mater as a head of the Department of Commerce and Dean of the Faculty of Commerce and Business, University of Delhi. He has been hard-working student and brought many laurels home. The list of medals and awards has been facilitated with his endless. His achievement includes lot of articles and the journals that has been published under his name. He has been served as an expert members at a various organizations like UGC, NAC and the AICT. So let's begin with the interview. So sir, my first question is that teaching is the profession that teaches all other professions. So what keep you motivating and the passionate about the teaching?
Since this is the mother discipline or mother profession, as you have already mentioned, that it is a profession which creates all other professions in the world, and that is why probably it is considered to be one of the most noblest of the professions, and that itself is a great motivating factor for anybody to be in this profession.
Okay, sir, my next question is, innovations are necessary to adapt and overcome the challenges of change, and under your guidance, sir, our department initiated an MBA program on business analytics. What value it offers to the student and industry at large?
We are in industry 4.0 now.
Yes, sir.
And industry 5.0 is knocking on the door.
Yeah.
So if we continue to do businesses in the way we have been doing in the past, we will not be successful in the future as well. Although the same policies, practices and things have given us benefit and we have been successful in the past, but that is no guarantee that we will be successful in the future. So we have to, on the one hand, embrace the technology of the future to make organizations successful, businesses successful, and on the other hand, connect it with the roots so that we are grounded, our strength of character is still maintained. So both the sides, the balance of both the sides, which is also part of the NEP 2020, that you should have both things. You should be on the cutting edge of the technology on the one hand, and you should be grounded, rooted in your culture, traditions, and all those aspects. So MBA Business Analytics is one such initiative that the Department of Commerce has taken just now. And 2023 batch would be the first batch of MBA Business Analytics students, and we have got good number of applications for that. 21st I think was the last day, April 21st was the last day for applications for this. We are taking only through CAT the same admission procedure which is for MBA HRD and MBA IB, International Business, and MBA Human Resource Development. It's the same admission process. This is based on CAT and your scores on 10th and 12th, so the consistency in the performance is measured and accordingly a merit list is made.
In today's scenario, focusing and pursuing two career options simultaneously like CA and UPSC with MCOM and MBA is worthy?
There are a lot of students who are doing this now, dual career path. And dual specialization used to be there in MBA also, in MCOM also we have dual specialization. But in our times people were not so much eager to do two programs at a given point of time. Or to do job and do through correspondence or distance mode the degree. If you need it, you don't have time for doing full time, your family conditions are not such, then it used to be a different case altogether. But nowadays, as you mentioned earlier also, people are in a hurry to be successful in life.
Yes, sir.
And that is why they want to do so many things at a given point of time. There is nothing wrong in doing multitasking. We do multitasking a lot even now at this age of life, but there should be peace inside you. Even if you are doing so many things, if it is disturbing your blood pressure, if you are disturbing your peace of mind, then it is not good. So you can handle n number of things, but if you are calm and cool, like at the deep in the ocean, there is full calmness. If you are like that, you can handle as many things as you want. The more important is maintaining calm and cool peace in your life. It's not about number of things that you do.
So sir, my last question is like, is there was any lowest situation or the worst situation in your life?
When I decided to go for yoga on a daily basis, before that my body started saying that you are not well now. We were living earlier in Ashok Vihar and I used to play 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening, like that. So on a daily basis about 4 hours of physical exercise was happening in the form of sports. So when we shifted to Pitampura, then this all went off, and I was in Shriram College of Commerce by that time, so new friends it was difficult to make, and the sports went off from my life. Then the body started asking for some physical movement in my life. So that is how I entered into the world of yoga. I read books in that. I was reminded of what the school teachers were teaching about physical exercises and all that. And I started doing it on a daily basis in my home itself instead of going out. So that was a time for some months when there was no physical activity in a way of sports of few hours on a daily basis. That brought me down actually physically, that I'm not well, the stomach was upset and so on and so forth, like that.
So the leaving the sport activity was the lowest point, right?
Without physical movement in the form of sports for some months actually brought down the health and other aspects. So,
or like, is there was any like setback in the academic life, like in your?
आते ही रहते हैं एकेडमिक लाइफ में, तो सेटबैक आते ही रहते हैं, बट they don't have to disturb you.
But now the people are getting disturbed by those things.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever wrong happens to you, you have to embrace it and bounce back more stronger for that.
So how people can like bounce back if I fail somewhere? So what I should do,
like I was topper of my school, right? Okay. I entered into Shriram College of Commerce, first year, second division, and 2/3 of our toppers, those who were there in Shriram College of Commerce at that time, all of them got second division in the first year itself.
Okay.
And they were toppers of their respective schools, coming from different places. So that was a setback. That was a setback. But then you have to bounce back. Then again, first class. Right? At that time, first class was not easy. And then the average first class in the UG and then first class in the PG was not easy at that time. Nowadays, we are getting more marks. So setbacks keep coming in your life. People would give you, or situations would give you, or it will happen that you may not get what you want in life. But how you come back is the resilience that shows up. Like when this COVID-19 started, I was Vice Chancellor in Shishu University, and in Odisha it started earlier than what the lockdown started in the nationwide thing. It was on March 18, I think. So the day it was announced, we were doing a meeting in our core group that if the government announces something like this, that you have to shut down, what you would do. We were discussing all that, and then the news came that the Chief Minister in the Assembly has announced that Odisha will be shut down. So we were in the mid of that discussion, a few hours of discussion were already done. So we decided in the evening we will conduct a training program for the teachers. We already have Google Suite account, and we will have what you call Google Meet. Google Meet. We had at that time that subscription to Zoom also, but that was limited. 1 or 2 connections were there. So this was for all the people. So we conducted on the same day in the evening the training program for all the teachers before they went home. That was on a Friday. So we said Monday we will all have online classes. And you have to train yourself within this Friday evening to Monday, you should prepare yourself. So it was a down from one perspective, you can say that people who have never taught online, they were asked to train themselves and come back on Monday with this new methodology of teaching and tools and techniques of teaching. But how quickly you respond to a situation. So we were among the first few universities in the country who swiftly moved to there was no delay in the semester and anything of that sort. We conducted online examinations. We were ahead of the government policies actually. So before government comes out with a policy, we say we are already implementing that.
That's impressive.
So if you are hit by something, then you fell down and you feel bad about it. You are depressed. Ye kaise ho gaya? Ye kya ho gaya? All that syndrome comes. But if you take it as a challenge and see it as an opportunity of doing something better than what you did. So in those 2 years, they were more agile and more active years in the life of Sri Sri University than the previous 2 years. So we did more number of programs, we did so many things which we had never done before. So we took it as, we leveraged the situation.